first time I drove Aston Martin's £160,000 DBS, I couldn't praise it enough. On the track, it was brilliant. I actually preferred it to the Ferrari 599. There was nothing I wanted to change. But Aston have changed it. The DBS is now available with an automatic touch-tronic gearbox with an array of buttons and paddles that do what my left hand and left foot used to in the manual one. This should make the car easier to drive, but sometimes automatics with excessive power can embarrass themselves. The touch-tronic gearbox in the DBS is an old-school automatic and not a so-called robotised manual. So the questions are, will it behave itself on a hill start? And will the changes be fast enough and smooth enough? Test number one, a very great hill. Like the test hill here at the Brooklands Museum. Now, previous Aston Martins have been able to touch 200 miles an hour, but with their flappy paddle gearbox, they used to struggle to make elegant progress on a humble hill start. Now, the test all those years ago was quite simple. Get to the steepest part of the hill, if you could, and then stop and see if you could restart and make it to the top. But what I want to know now is, will the car roll back if I jump off the brakes? Here we go, off. And, oh, it just creeps back slightly. And now, head for the hills. Oh, loads of traction control kicking in as that massive power and torque is unleashed. Tick the box, it's passed the test. It may be an automatic at heart, but with its carbon composite prop shaft and limited slip differential, this DBS is far from a simple cruiser. Indeed, in just simple automatic mode, the car still feels taut and poised, and crucially, it doesn't feel like it's been held back by a strangling gearbox. And those exhaust valves still sound just as good. And on that glorious note, let me remind you that the 6-litre V12 engine provides you with 420 pounds-foot of torque and 510 horsepower. The touch-tronic gearbox adds just 30 kilos to the weight of the car, but with its swifter gear changes, it's got the same 4.3 seconds to 62 as the manual. And amazingly, it does 1 mile to the gallon better on fuel economy. So, less CO2s give you the eco-friendly DBS. Compared to the DB9, the gear changes are actually 20% faster. Just touch the lever, and an almost instant seamless change, and they're even quicker when you put it into sport mode. And that sport button doesn't just sharpen up those gear changes, it sharpens up the throttle response as well, and this DBS just becomes this ballistic joy to drive around country lanes. It is just a GT of one's dreams. In fact, it's so well judged and so engaging to drive that I nearly forgot a couple of important details. Firstly, look at this stereo. This Bang & Olufsen bit of kit used to be an extra, but now it comes as standard, and I could sit and watch those little tweeters going up and down all day long and listen to them all week. Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, I'm now supposed to give the Aston back. One more rev. Oh. Bye-bye, Aston. Before I used the new gearbox, I did some research and was horrified to learn that the majority of supercar buyers nowadays were looking for an automatic of one sort or another. So the touch-tronic needed to be good for the good of Aston Martin. And I'm delighted to report that it is indeed one of those very rare cars. A satisfying automatic.